Welcome back to OKC. So, I just want to do something that I've never done, but I'm just curious. So, I want to know what we need to know, the most important thing about Trump. What's important for us to know? What does God want us to know about Trump? I want 3 cards from every deck that I'm going to use. And because it's Black History Month, and because Black History is everybody's history, we already know what cards we are using. I am going to pull 3 from each. Hopefully, I can lay them all down, stack them on top in 3 columns, and I'm using 4 decks. So it's going to be 4 rows. Okay. So I'm going to go in the order that I have them laid out. And that's Elemental Alchemist first, my deck next, the Ancestors deck. What is it? The African Goddess Collection. So that one next, and then the Realist Oracle. So, what is the most important thing we need to know about Trump? We are taking no reverse cards. We want it straight up, honest, all upright, whatever cards we can find that come out. We want those to be upright. And we want the most important thing we need to know about Trump. What is the most important thing we need to know about President Trump? I said 3 cards from each deck, 4 decks, straightforward, all face down. Most important thing we need to know about Trump. So we got the first card down. It was 2 cards trying to come up face up, but I got them back in the deck. Let's see, 2 more cards. Let's see, maybe we need to shuffle again. So we got 3 cards fell out. Okay, we consistently keep getting 3 cards. And okay, I'm going to take them because I'm really compelled to take them. And I'm going to lay them. They all came face down. So that's 4 cards. So I guess we're doing 4 cards. 4, 4, 4. All right. 4, 4, 4, 4. So 4 times. 16 might be something significant. The number 16, the number 4. 4 by 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're pulling from my deck, messages from the 90s. Did I say welcome back to OKC? It's me, Casey. Woof. Just when I was about to say you now entered in the place to be. Child, you don't want to enter there. That was germs. So I am reverse shuffling, meaning I am shuffling face up because my cards are a little bent. Law and Order split the deck. But let's see what comes out. So now we're doing a face down shuffle. And let's see, what's the most important thing we need to know about Trump? Face down. Okay. We got one that just fell out. So we're going to stack that on the first card. Up. We got you get what you settle for that came out. But obviously I saw it. So we're going to put that back in the deck. We're going to do a quick shuffle. And we're going to keep going. What's the most important? Okay. These cards. My hair is making my face itch. Everything's working for your good. I tried to come out, face up, put it back in the deck. What? Show me the money. Just came out face up. Put that back in. Okay, face down card, please. Can we get 3 more face down cards for Trump? Can we get 3 more cards? Plain as day to explain. 1. The most important thing we need to know about Trump. 1, 2. We need 2 more cards. We got Steve Urkel, Magician. We got Harriet the Spy, which I believe is the Page of Swords. Come on, face down card, please. So this one skipped in my hand. We're going to put that one down. And we're on the last card for this row. Last card, what do we need to... Okay, got one slipped out. So that was the last card for that row. So let me scoot these up. All right, so we're moving on to the next one. And this is the goddess, African goddess. So I'm going to do a backwards shuffle one time. Okay, so what do we have for Trump? So the first card just popped out sideways. So we're going to take that one. My hair. What do we have for Trump? Okay, we got a card coming out upside down and face up. What's one more card for Trump? Maybe I didn't made these backwards. But like I said, we're not taking any backwards cards, so it doesn't matter. Even if it comes out backwards, I'm taking it face up. We want direct answers. What else? What is most important? What do we need to know about Trump? I don't want to know anything that pertains to us. I don't need to know anything personal about his life. I want to know what's most important for us to know about Trump as president. So I got 2 face down, 1 that came face up. I'm going to take the 2 that is face down, put the 1 that's face up back in the deck. We need 1 more that is face up. Put that back in. Do a quick shuffle. I must have shuffled backwards, but nonetheless. 1 more for Trump. We're 10 minutes in. One more for Trump. All right. That came out sideways, but we'll put that over there. So we got the third row done. Now we are on the last row. What is most important? What do we need to know about Trump? What that pertains to us? What is President Trump doing that we need to know? Let me move my mouse before I end up closing this video. Okay, so let me split up this deck and I'll alternate because this is a pretty thick deck and these cards are matte. So we got the first card. Actually, I'm going to do this last row different. Where it just fell, I'm going to put that there. So I'm going to start backwards. So, and then another one just came out, but I put that on the third card, which would be technically the second card if I started from the way I did it. So now I just have the first card and the third card, or the second card and the fourth card, depending on which way you look at it. So we split up the deck. I just got the other side of the deck. This is given that I was, okay. So that's on the first card. And that's 2 cards. We only need one more card. One more card. Bingo. All right. So we are going to take this row by row, column by column. We got 4 columns. And this is what we need to know about Trump. Is he a light worker? Is he God's worker? Or is he a worker of iniquity? Is he Satan's helper? Is he the Antichrist? Is he the beast? What role does he have that he plays in our life right now? Besides being the president of the United States and making decisions that many of us don't agree with, a lot of people do. But let's find out. So the first column, I'll just pick up the whole column. I don't know what y'all are seeing right now because my eyeballs are behind the cards. I can't see anything. So this is the first column. So I'm going to flip it. Let's see. We got intuition. Intuition. That is an air card. We got 6 of Cups. Then it's the Menace. I've only been around for 5 years. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. We got Allah, grief. And we got soulmates. So just off of this alone, I'm going to read it as trusting the intuition that there's something amiss. A level of immaturity, a level of lack of common sense, lack of knowledge that is causing grief. It's causing turmoil. It's causing things that once was fertile and green to die off. We got soulmate. Soulmate. I don't, okay, because I'm me. The way they drew this look like a white person and a black girl, right? I mean, when we're talking about race relations and all this stuff, maybe it's that lack of understanding that we are all soulmates in one way or the other, and that we are, you know, fucking each other up. But this is the second column. I don't know what it is until I turn it around. We got daring, courageous. And I'm going to read this a couple different ways. So I'm only doing the columns right now. I'm going to fully read the first row, the second row, the third row, the fourth row. We got I don't have common sense, the full Hillary Banks. So that goes with the Dennis the Menace, the lack of knowledge, the lack of common sense that I was talking about. So we got the fire, the taking risk, courageousness, daring, going into the fire, taking that risk. We got succulent scarcity, and this is giving that fire as well. And then we got outer strength, new opportunity, rejection, inbox. It's an email with a rejection. You got the desert, the cactuses. So maybe something is going on in like Western state with Trump. Maybe he's been firing a lot of things, closing a lot of things down. Maybe this is what this is. Here in like Nevada or Las Vegas or Arizona. I don't know. I'm Nevada, but then Arizona, not really California, like heavy Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. I'm just getting rash decisions, not making the right decisions, maybe rejecting help or shutting down a lot of things, which he has been doing. He has been closing a lot of different sectors, firing people randomly. So it just makes sense with that email with the rejection. Um, Something is not going through, something is not being approved. This is the third column. We got wealth and abundance. We got Knight of Swords, Angel. You never know your strength until you're tested. We got Mawalisa, Cosmic Power. That's interesting. I never seen that card. And we got Abundance. And this just made me realize I didn't call out the numbers before. But we got 4. Abundance with 4. We got 25, we got 8, we got 2, we got 21, and we got 29. This is just giving me moving to a different place, traveling outside of yourself for wealth, abundance. Also the aspect of maybe like it's literally a werewolf, and Angel was a vampire slash demon. So that in itself, but there's a werewolf behind him. And this card is all about loving others, leaving leaving something behind for the betterment, and also battling yourself, battling that beast within. There we go with the beast. But then we have the cosmic power, which is like those two sides, the sun and the moon, the battle of the sides, the dark, the light, the shadow, the light, and then abundance again at the end. It's going to be real interesting when I read this fully. So we had 2035. So this is the last column. Once again, I don't know what y'all are seeing. But I'm trying to show y'all all of it. So let's see. Oops. All right. So the first card we got is Spiritual Awakening. We got Justice. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool Maxine Shaw. Justice, Maxine Shaw. Then we got Yasigi, Live Out Loud. And then we have Indulge. So those numbers are 31 and 50. Ain't that high? Ain't he 81? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna put these in the order and then read them. So the first four cards we have is Intuition, Daring, Courageous, Wealth, Abundance, and Spiritual Awakening. So on the aspect of us, I feel like we need to trust our intuition when it comes to anything or anyone, especially the princes of this world. We need to stand firm in who we are, fight back. Not you don't have to you ain't gotta do what you think you have to do, but stand in your boundaries, stand firm in who you are and what you deserve and what you desire. Take the risk, start the job, create the company, be true to yourself and who you are. Be courageous in this fire that's coming, whatever it is. And just by fire, I mean any trouble or issues that may come up. With this wealth and abundance, I'm getting to go back to the land, to remember from where you came, where you started, where your roots are, to get grounded. A lot of us are going through a spiritual awakening. Some people have yet to get woke, but there is a bigger spiritual awakening that's happening in this world. And I honestly feel like God is about to crack the sky open. And that's just my feeling. I'm not saying that's what God said. I'm saying that. But for the Six of Cups with Dennis the Menace, I've only been around for 5 years. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. And I feel like that does go along with that intuition. Trust your intuition if this is just advice to you, because there's a lot of things you don't know that's going on in the background that you're not going to know about. So trust your intuition. And there are people in the foreground and the background doing things that they have no idea about, that they have no knowledge of, no wisdom of, that they're new to, that they're just guessing and playing around with, lacking the common sense taking unnecessary risks, trying to battle the beast within, trying to battle themselves, fight themselves, but say it's for a good cause. Say they're going to help others, going to this land to do this and save these people, but he's really not going to save them. Justice is definitely going to be served. It says you have to wake up pretty early in the morning to full Maxine Shaw. This justice card is also what I look at as a God card to me. It just means that things are going to be open up in the front, that you can't fool God. You can't pull the wool over his eyes. You might be able to fool the people, which is why you're being called to trust your intuition when it comes to certain things in this world. But you can't fool God. You can't escape God. You can't get out of that. There is going to be grief on all sides. Whether you're a good person or not, you're going to experience grief in this life, with the things that are going on. Scarcity, cosmic power, living out loud. So aside from you just taking control and reign of who you are, I feel like whatever is coming is going to be very prevalent. Maybe there's going to be an eclipse coming, solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse. What's the one with the sun goes in? Uh, so a lunar eclipse maybe is what I'm thinking about. But I also feel like there's going to be some illumination of some dark things. I feel like there's going to be things escaping, coming to light, coming to the forefront, coming to knowledge. Um, God is going to have a great show of cosmic power. Whether that's really, I say he was going to roll the sky back, whether that's him rolling the sky back, or maybe what we call natural, or what's the word, uh well, I was gonna say natural disaster, but astronomical or astrological events that is going to happen. Like I said, the lunar eclipse. The next lunar eclipse will be visible in March 2025, referred to as a blood moon. Oh, snap. Something gonna happen March. Let me see. What about a solar eclipse? So they say in 10 years will be another solar eclipse. There gotta be one coming up. There gotta be another type of eclipse coming up. Next eclipse. That's crazy. March 2025. Didn't we have 20? Look, I can't even see myself right now, but that's a 25 at the bottom. And that's the next card we about to pull. 25. It's not even pulling up for, that's like last year. I'm talking about this year. They said the next one is in 2044. So it has to be this lunar eclipse, because why would I say that? And not a solar eclipse. Okay, because I can't see myself. 3050. So, and that's funny that I say that, and the next card is soulmate. I don't know. Does this mean he gonna try to reverse same-sex marriages? Or, I mean, he already trying to do away with DEI. 25, 8, 4, 50. Soulmate, outer strength, abundance, indulge. I want to say if all of us could come together on the same accord with the same type of heart posture, same soul, we come together, we come together. It doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship with a person to be somebody's soulmate. And not take this offer, new opportunity, whatever this new opportunity is, don't take it. Reject it. This rejection is your protection. This rejection is not for you, meaning it's not meant to hurt you. You need to reject something, or you're getting rejected to save your life. But I feel like if what this is saying, and I'm still Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, California maybe, but California is very, very back. It's something happening with New Mexico, Arizona. I'm here in Colorado now too. In the other place I said, because now I'm forgetting what I'm saying. That's how I know it's something. I don't know what it is, but there's something. There's something happening, something new, something we don't know about. Reject it. If whatever you're going to be offered, reject it. Reject it. Because you literally have what you need around you. The land, you can literally live off the land. You can live off the grid. You can live without this. And I don't even know what this card truly means, but I'm just seeing this email with this rejection. Like, you don't need it. You are abundant. You have everything you need to literally indulge in. The right indulgence. I know we think because this, that. We don't need chips. We don't need chocolate. We don't need coffee. We don't need this. We don't need steaks. We don't need that. We don't need shrimp. We don't need crab boils. I don't know what else y'all be into. We don't need lean and perks and what the fuck. What did God give us? God gave us herbs for medicine, and He gave us seed bearing fruits for consumption, for food, for necessity. You have that. The land is your abundance. So whatever you're going to be offered, don't take the deal. You're going to tie your soul to that deal. And this is also in regards to Him. This is in trying to reach abundance, trying to indulge, not fighting that dark side. What's a word from the 90s? Give me a word for the 90s for this situation with Trump. What do we need to know? What's important for us to know about President Trump and how we need to maneuver God? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. What's the most important thing? I've seen a Need for Speed, but that didn't come out, so we're not going to take it. But I'm just letting you know I seen Need for Speed. Ants. They march and eat and march and eat. If I were you, I watch my feet. Wait, this is not even supposed to be in here. This is the Game of Life card that I created. Okay, so God is saying be careful. Watch where you're stepping. Watch what you're stepping into. Maybe that's me. Maybe I need to mind my words. Galaxy. Hold on. This is blended up. This gotta be blended up. Cause why? I'm getting. Oh no. Maybe this is a movie. Okay, maybe that was the only wrong card. It says never give up, never surrender. Never give up, never surrender. We're going to do 4 cards because we did 4 cards. So, God, what's another card? And let's just note we doing all blue. Blue just, this is the 3rd blue. I'm not saying we're doing all blue, but blue just came out. So, we got 3 blues. Shawshank Redemption. Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. So, keep the hope alive. Okay, copy that. And what is one last card, God? And that last card came out pink, ain't that? That'll do, pig. That'll do. Job well done is basically what that card means. Okay. The next lunar eclipse is March 2025. I don't know what dates. Watch it be March 25th, 2025. But I will keep an eye out on that because now I am interested to see what happens in March. Yeah. All right. I don't know. This was just something I wanted to do. I didn't want it to be in his energy. I just wanted God to tell us what was the most important thing we needed to do. So it sounds like some stuff is about to pop off. Be mindful of the offers you get. All money ain't good money. Everything that seems easy ain't necessarily supposed to be easy. And no, you're not here to suffer. But in life, yes, we do suffer. And sometimes out of our own control because people are people. What we can do is pray over yourself, pray over your family, pray for your enemies, and understand that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That is going to form. It just won't prosper as long as you keep God in the forefront of your life. Now, I ain't talking no Christianity mess because a lot of people confuse Christianity because they created Christianity. God ain't create Christianity. Jesus ain't create Christianity. Or Christ ain't create Christianity. Man did. So, in an effort to be more like Christ, if that was his name, Jesus, which I don't think it was, but because I've been taught a whole lot of nonsense and I'm still researching the real shit, I'm going to call him Jesus or Christ and acknowledge that he stood for a few things: helping people when you can, um, holding people accountable, loving everyone even when they're unlovable, having patience, grace, and mercy even when it was unbearable, telling the church folks where they had him fucked up, and being one with himself and knowing who he was and his emotions and his feelings. And even though he trusted God and came from God and was God, he still questioned God and still questioned his purpose, questioned if it was worth it. So I'm here to let him know it was worth it. They may not understand. Nobody's guaranteed to understand. We know everybody can't be saved, but in the end, we know that everybody will be seen by their fruits. So I'm going to pray for Trump, and I pray that if he is not in right standing with God, that he gets right, that his family gets right. I pray for his understanding and eyesight and vision to see that what he is doing should affect the ones close to him. Now, whether it does or not, that's not here nor there, but he should understand that the deportation of immigrants and coming from an immigrant family is just asinine. Marrying an immigrant is just asinine to deport immigrants. Having a country that was founded on immigrants coming and taking Aborigines' lands and murdering them, some of whom were my family and ancestors. That's asinine. This land was not yours to begin with. It wasn't your ancestors. And even Germany wasn't your ancestors' land from where you came. They didn't have that land either. So God, I ask that you give him clarity, you give him understanding, you touch his mind and his heart for him to see the error of his ways, that he may be compelled to change. And God, if he is not compelled to change, if he doesn't see the error of his ways, if he doesn't feel something tugging in his heart to change, to make a change, to do better by people, I don't even know if I'm supposed to ask this for people like this. God, I ask that you at least give him the grace and mercy to show him. Show him all the things that he left behind in this world, the things that were changed and altered by his hands, the ripple effects that he had in this world, the things that he could have changed for the better that were changed for the worse. Show him also the things that he did change for the better. Now, God, I ask steep things from you a lot of the times. I'm not going to ask that this time. It's not my job to ask you to save anybody, to rescue anybody, to allow them to come. But in the off chance that he does, God, I pray that it's not too late. I pray that it's not after the fact. I pray for everybody who is listening may not be listening. My brothers and sisters in complexion and in you, God, that they may not fully understand the depths of what's going on, in the notion that soon you just may crack the sky. Ask that you give them strength, you give them the ability to wake up, to see that everything they need is around them, inside of them, and within their community, whether their community be in their neighborhood, their city, their state, the United States, or a different country, that they have a community that they can rely on, that they'll be led to that community, that they'll have discernment in who to trust in their intuition, and trust their intuition when you tell them to move. When you say don't do that, don't sign up for that, don't accept that, that they'll realize that all money ain't good money, all contracts ain't good contracts, all yeses aren't good yeses. Sometimes we need to know. And God, I just ask that for me and mine, that anytime that you think I'm about to accept something or say yes outside of your will, that you stop me and put a halt to me and redirect me and redirect me back to you. Because like I said, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I did not want to do this without you. I didn't want to live my life without you. I didn't want to make a move without you. I didn't want to speak without you, love without you, breathe without you. Because for God, with you, I'm everything. Without you, I'm nothing. Without you, I am nothing. You are the only constant in my life, the only consistency. And without you, God, I would have never made it to this moment. Because I know the things that I've been through. And God, without you, I would have not been here. I would have checked out a long time ago. Thank you for keeping me mentally fortified, emotionally fortified. Even all those times I wasn't, right? Even when I was a tornado or hurricane, right? A tornado flew around my room before you came. Yeah. Even in those moments where my emotions was all over the place, my mind was shattered. Thank you, God, for bringing me back to life, putting me back together, gathering up what I thought were my broken pieces. Thank you, God. And I ask that you do that for your children, the ones who truly believe in you. And today, in this moment, if they decide that, hey, I believe in God and I accept him into my heart, and I believe that he is here for me. He put me here. He purposed me here. And I am here to do something greater for God, for the rest of the world, to make it a better place. God, I ask that you come and step into their lives and show them just how great and magnificent you truly are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for constantly being my rock. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for lifting me up from the grave. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for lifting my children up from the grave. Thank you, God. Oh, I don't forget the reports, God. I know what they said, God. I know what they said. Because when I didn't have nobody, I had you, God. When I couldn't trust a soul, I could trust you, God. When I was searching for healing, God, you gave me healing mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And you gave me recipes physically to heal myself. And every day you surprise me, God. And I would be a fool I would be a fool to say it was me. I would be a fool to give anybody else the credit. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Okay, y'all. 5033. So unnecessary. 5033. What does that mean? 5033. Strong's Concordance. And 5033. I don't know what that means. 5033. It says Nebek. It says, so what just popped up says Job 38:16. Have you entered into the springs of the sea? Now I'm gonna have to figure out what that is talking about. So is the definition of Nebek is a lattice, a network, woven work, meaning a fountain. Word origin from an unused root, meaning to interweave. And then we have a spring, which is giving me abundance, giving me connection, soulmate, interweaving, networking. Let's see if I can find the verse for Job, because it ain't come up. It says, read full chapter. Oh, this about Job. So the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. He said, who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me, if you understand who marked off its dimensions. Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footing set? Or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. Who shut up the sea behind doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds as garments and wrapped it in thick darkness, when I fixed the limits for it and set its doors and bars in place, when I said, this far you may come and no farther. Here is where your proud waves halt. Have you ever given orders to the morning or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their upraised arm is broken. Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you? Have you seen the gates of the deepest darkness? Have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me, if you know all this, what is the way to the abode of light? And where does darkness reside? Can you take them to their places? Do you know the paths to their dwellings? Surely you know, for you were already born. You have lived so many years. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or seen the storehouses of the hail, which are reserved for times of trouble, for days of war and battle? What is the way to the place where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain and a path of the thunderstorm to water a land where no one lives, an uninhabited desert, to satisfy a desolate wasteland and make it sprout with grass? This is like every card we pull, y'all. Does the rain have a father? Who fathers the drops of dew? From whose womb comes the ice? Who gives birth to the frost from the heavens, when the waters become hard as stone, when the surface of the deep is frozen? Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt? Can you bring forth the constellations in their seasons, or lead out the bear with its cubs? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Can you set up God's dominion over the earth? Can you raise your voice to the clouds and cover yourself with a flood of water? Do you send the lightning bolts on their way? Do they report to you, here we are? Who gives the ibis wisdom, or gives the rooster understanding? Who has the wisdom to count the clouds? Who can tip over the water jars of the heavens when the dust becomes hard and the clouds of the earth stick together? Do you hunt the prey for the lioness and satisfy the hunger of the lions when they crouch in their dens or lie in wait in a thicket? Who provides food for the raven when its young cries out to God and wander about for lack of food? And then it just goes on and on. But that's it, y'all. All right. I guess that he just wanted me to Job 38, start there. Go back, go forward. That's it. That's all. An hour. 57:47.